Good morning, everyone. It is another gorgeous, beautiful day here. Look at this. There's the sun coming up. When one sits outside and watches the sun come over the trees in the east, and it just starts to touch the top of the trees, and it's really a new day has dawned, right? Yeah. So pretty. You guys wanna? Let's just go down here. I'm coming, guys. That's a pond down here. It's man-made. This was a top mined 40 years ago. There wasn't a tree standing here. Nothing. It was literally, it looked like a desert, just dirt. Dirt. Nothing but dirt. And then, when they left, got what they wanted, they replanted certain trees, this and that. So they done a good job. Well, anyway, look at this. Huh? Yeah. Climate change. Let's talk about climate change today. Did y'all know that mushrooms, one wonders, why are there so many poisonous mushrooms? Right? Well, surely there's a reason for that as well. But mushrooms, the roots of the mushroom, they're like the nervous system underground. The nervous system underground that somehow keep a balance with the energy of the above ground. It's really interesting to read up on that, on how important mushrooms are for the health of our the below the soil. Right? Yeah, on how they communicate per se, or how the trees and the grass and the plants and gets their nutrients through that nervous system, or the nervous system, on how the nervous system keeps up with all that and keeps a balance, right? Yeah. Well, if you look at our own nervous system, this is I actually have to open that up. Do I want to? We haven't used this in a while. This was our piggy shed down here. Maddie. Yeah, doesn't look like there's anything in there. I'm gonna leave that open now. Mainly because this is another place for our piggies to get in. So this is the dried up perilla here. The seeds, I've already got plenty for myself. The seeds are really, really nutritious, important medicine for your immune system too. You can make a tincture out of it and get a super boost to your immune system. Okay, come on, buddy. All right, now I could just use that tire. You never know what's living in there. What do you guys think? Ooh, let's be brave. Oh, no, let's be brave. I guess that ain't gonna work. I've come across baby copperheads and otherwise copperheads and things that hadn't been moved in a long time. Oh, doesn't look like there's anything in here. That's good. I'll leave that open. See? There. Woo! Ooh. I'm gonna come down here later and get all this. Why do I want to do that? And work on another weaving project with this honeysuckle here. I'll get that right now. See how that nice that is? That's perfect. Oh, that's not easy to pull out though. Come on now. Well, it's getting winter time. Do things in the house. Oh, that's and I I like just doing things. Oh, this is perfect. I like doing things from out in nature. That's just me. Because guess what? It's already there. Okay. Let's go see. I'll pick that up on my way back. Now my gloves are all wet. Hang on, guys. Gotta get my gloves off. Okay, well, at least one. We've got alligator snapping turtles in here. Lots of frogs. You know, it's good to have. You can eat turtles. You can also eat frogs. So I don't think there's too many fish in here. We have all kinds of birds that come and... Okay. Oh, look at you guys. This is where Doolittle, one of our little dogs, is buried. Yeah. Yeah. He was very old, very disoriented, and found his way into the pond while no one was watching. And he found a watery grave. It's all right. He was not in good shape, but he was still doing okay. And I guess, in a way, he found his own way to say, yeah, this looks good. So right there, that's his watery grave. Yeah. Well, oh, looks like someone moved a rock there. I think I'm going to put that back on. This is where our overspill is here. Oh, there is still that board. That's still in good shape. Ew. That's our overspill. And it go. Okay, I'm going to fix that first. Oh. Hey, buddy. But you're nothing but skin. There's bones down in there now. That's all right. There. Okay. Yeah. Dewey was a good dog. Oh, this is so... It's not macabre or anything. It's just how nature works. And why do we have to always continuously mess with nature? Oh, ooh. Ah. I'm going to get this board out too. I like this board. I've seen that before. I thought, oh, that's there for a reason. How did that even get there? Surely it didn't come from our place. No, washed from somewhere. I'm going to leave that right here and pick that up later. That's a good board. Look at it, guys. Yeah. Look at that. Still usable. So that's our overspill when it gets really high and it goes down on in there. Oh, I'm going to check on something here too. That's why I bring my glasses always. I'm as blind as a bat, really. It comes down to, not quite, but I'm sure getting there. Can you hear that? No, I can hear it. There's still some water going down this way. Anyway, this place has recuperated in an amazing way and at an amazing speed. So, climate change. These are daylilies. They're a big part of this place here too, all over Kentucky as well. And the whole plant is edible. The whole plant is edible, you guys. Yes, it's good to know about things like that. I don't see any of the mustard greens coming up yet. Oh, I got me the walnuts that I wanted. And there isn't a one on here anymore. And there were tons of them still. So, and there isn't one on the ground here either. Which means, yep, the squirrels and whatever will be doing well. Oh, there's one thing I'm seeing I'm going to want. I will come back down and get. And that is them wild chives right here. Yes. Yeah, who needs onions when you got, or garlic when you got them? That's great. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. All right. Now, I know them horses are probably wondering. We can hear her. There's the house we built on a rock. When they dug the foundation, guy says, I can't go any further. Why not? There's a rock. Well, let's just go past that. Well, looks like the whole thing's a rock. So basically, we live on top of a mountain, okay? These are some of the oldest mountains, if not the oldest mountains in the world. And of course, having been in existence for so long, they're just hills. They look like just hills now. And we literally are living on top of a mountain. And so our house is built on a rock. It's not cool, kind of biblical too, isn't it? Yeah. Beautiful. Or peach trees. Yeah. Next year, there'll be another year. I got to cut them down a little bit too. Yeah. Oh, look. All the beauty here for wintertime, the skeleton trees. I just love that. Then over here, though, it's not uncommon that pine trees, and a lot of those are yellow pine, it's not uncommon that they brown on the top. But there was this one year where, look at see how nice and green they all are? There was one year where, oh gosh, it looked like they were all dying. That was also the year where there's some brown right there, some over there. There was one year where it looked like they were all dying. And it was the year where, there's the pine trees, a certain pine, they're just dying because of this. And I was singing every day the song I wrote and to my heavenly parent, God. And I started it on God's Day, January 1st. Yeah. And, well, lo and behold, all them pine trees didn't lose one, not one. All them pine trees grew green again. Oh, because I did it right there on our porch. Yeah, climate change. Well, it's one of those things. If there is such a thing as climate change, you're not going to stop it with your hullabaloo out there, this and that. You're not. You're absolutely not. I live in a place where through the time, given enough time, this isn't virgin forest, but eventually there will be trees again here that will have stood here for 200, 300, 400 years, maybe longer. You see, it just depends on the tree too, right? Yes. Oh, hi. Hello, girl. Hi. Oh, look at you. Say I'm ready. You woke me up if you're hollering. Okay. This is Toot and Tinkle. Where's Toot? Oh, she's still asleep. And then, yeah, well, if you believe in the spiritual nature of everything as well, then you know, as the keeper on earth, as a human being, you know you have the power. You just do. Yes. Okay, I'm coming, guys. So there it is. And, hi, honey. Are you going to get up? Okay. And then, of course, well, shouldn't we take some responsibility, this and that? Well, of course. Of course. Dear me. What if I were to tell y'all, don't buy anything, nothing, absolutely nothing that comes in plastic? Oh, all right, then I don't want to hear the rest either. Because as I said, I already know how things work. in the physical and the spiritual. And I don't need to be told by hypocrites out there and people with a duplicate kind of, that's important, but an unborn child isn't. I asked a vegetarian once, who, by the way, I didn't ask for no opinion, this or that, or a conversation, place I worked at, suddenly goes, well, people all should become vegetarians because blah, blah, blah. I'm going, I had one question for him. I said, yeah? So you're for genocide then? What are you talking about? I said, as far as I know, people who live in really cold temperatures just about all year long, what do they live off? And why? Yeah, okay. Enough said on that one. Yeah. I find it interesting on how our metabolism is also somewhat geared towards what to eat at what times, right? And what grows in certain places. There's a reason we don't really have, well, okay, I have to say this, I live on top of everything. My God brought me to the most absolute beautiful place, this and that. I wonder why. I sure wonder why. But there are certain things that just don't grow in certain places. There is also certain things that are very, hardy to grow. Right? Animals that are hardy making it through the winter, where other animals wouldn't. Right? Yeah. You see? And it all has to do with a responsible, caring, knowledgeable way of doing things. Oh, where does that come from? The New Age people? I doubt that very much. I prefer to talk to an old-timer who's been in a climate or an area for X years and I don't know, has grown food, has hunted food. I'd rather listen to them and their experience than some people out there. Okay, I'm not even. Okay? I'm not even. So again, where's your heart to mind when it comes to all that? And why do so many young people decide to listen to people? Come on now. Listen to people who have no practical experience in any of it. Anyway. That's what I'm saying about climate change. Now I'm done. So, number one thing, if you are a believer of that, buddy, easy. If you're a believer of that, and first of all, you're not going to change nothing. It's going to happen if you like it or not. I don't think humanoids or humankind, human beings, had anything to do with the ice ages that are scientifically, geographically, proven to have happened, including there were some desert times as well. Okay, so don't. But here's the thing: if you really out there, if you don't care about it, well, then so be it. But if you are someone that needs to have a big mouth about it, then stop using plastic. Or if something like I said, I've had this for 18 years. 18 years. It's got a crack down here. This 18 years. Still good. Probably going to last another 18 years. Yeah, if it gets bad enough in a way, but right now I don't need to do nothing on it. I can tape it up a little or figure out something, right? So, plastic has its place. But does it have its place in the way that it is going around everywhere? And on top of that, Right? If you want to go after anyone, then go after the ones, right, who pitch everything out their cars. Who leave things laying around on the beach, this and that. I guarantee you, it isn't someone like me, a conservative, a Republican, thinks straight, doesn't think who is against abortion, okay, unless it's a medical procedure for an emergency, this and that, who doesn't do drugs, isn't on any, okay, just saying. Here I am, a sane person. I know exactly who the people are out there who are disregard, or for then, do it for a little while, and then, oh, well, that's just not convenient. Need more and 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 more. And you know what? I guarantee you that 80% of all them people are Democrats. Oh, well, it's true. There. It seems like, from what I've seen when it comes to all that, there is this odd attack from one side, which is the left, the liberals, the Democrats, the feminists, okay? The attack always comes from that side. Whereas the Republican side, the conservative side, well, we're already kind of doing what their heads just seem to be more on straight. Oh, they're not using... Of course they do too. Of course they do too. But it isn't as hypocritical as it comes from the left, the liberals, the Democrats. Oh, so why do I... Well, I'm sick and tired of not calling it what it is. Right? Solutions. Is it really? Is climate change, if that's any kind of number one, if you go out and you study that a little bit, you're going, okay. Well, we don't really have that right. Okay. Number two, how is that going to help anyone when constantly, for one reason or another, one party gets accused of something? And the Democrats have just this really weird, odd way of doing that. But they never come up with a good solution. They never come up with actually something that makes sense. What I see is when the Democrats come up with something, things just degenerate further into weirdness. Okay? And, how do I know that? I just saw something again, a post. I'm not going to get into the organization, this, that. And I read through the comments. I'm going, really? But I wonder how long this country would actually stand, okay, with its people if there were only Democrats. Can you guys picture that scenario? No? Yeah. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? I mean, I'll give you one. Okay, so I will not go out there and kill anyone with a gun. That doesn't mean I can't shoot one if I have to and take one of your kneecaps out, which probably you could lose a leg, okay, but it won't kill you. So with the Second Amendment and the gun control issue, unless you have converted every criminal out there to Christianity, to some belief in God, the Ten Commandments, and the Lord's Prayer, and to live in a good life, to not abandon their kids, to not have irresponsible sex left and right and I don't know what do you think's going to happen if you do not have the Republicans and conservatives to say, beware? No, you're not just going to come for me. Okay. You see? Yeah, so what? There's a 4-year-old just got killed. Oh, because of gun control? Oh, because we don't have gun control? Who was wielding that gun? Right. You see? Makes sense out there when it comes to stuff like that. Just as with climate change as well. Makes some sense. There are shifts on Earth. Are you guys done up there? Oh, wait a minute. There are shifts on Earth, on how the Earth works and how it shifts. This and that. Earthquakes? Oh, what part of climate change is that? Volcanoes break. What kind of climate change is that about? I just say, well, we've been lucky. We haven't had any, really, there were some. Right? But really, when it comes down to it, so what? Hurricanes and tornadoes are very important for, again, just like mushrooms in the ground, that's the nerve system. Hurricanes, for example, are very important for the ocean. Well, go and read up on it. I did. I wanted to. Why don't we have that? Very important for the ocean to have that. A hurricane, it's not a hurricane's fault if you're in its way. And at certain times, things happen more often than not. Having lived here for 18 years in this, okay, I'm coming, buddy. In this area of a microclimate, there are plants, they come and go. They're not always here. Well, so now, are you ready? Because a plant doesn't grow here for about 5 or 6 years, which there are orchids here. They only grow every so many years here. They suddenly come up. I've seen that here, okay? It's called Ladies' Trusses. Yeah, go and check them out. Oh, beautiful. And that happened in the year where in LA, all them people were gunned down. Oddly, I went out there and I dedicated all of them to that disaster, to that tragedy, human-made. Oh, you know better. Come on. That's a good boy. Come on. So that orchid comes up, and I'm going, I've never seen this one here. So I went and looked it up. Well, it only blooms every so many years. Oh, that's why. Well, I could also go out and say, hey, that orchid now is extinct. It's not coming up anymore. I could go and start that kind of blab, couldn't I? If I don't know anything about anything. No knowledge. Don't look for it. I just, yes. Mm-hmm. Yep, sorry, but yeah, the ice caps most likely will keep melting. That's how it is right now. And if you live in a zone where to do some studying on, in another 10 years, if the water level is rising, then my house is going to be underwater. Well, sell now and move to the mountains someplace, stay in. All right. I've made my point here, haven't I? Yeah. Yeah, so again, that head banging that people have gone on out there, uninformed, don't know a darn thing about anything, have not experienced anything, no practical experience. Forget it. The knowledge isn't even there, really, when it comes down to it. Yet, for one reason or another, they're making this hype about things. Okay, all right, so you're telling me, well, the sea level is going to rise. We're not going to stop it. We're not going to stop that, okay? All right, so what's the solution? Well, you got time, don't you? You got time to move. There's going to be some land that will have to be given back to the sea, to the ocean. That's how it works. What you going to do, get rid of the ocean, drain it or something? You'd be surprised some people wouldn't come up with that idea. Right? Yeah. Well, anyway, so there it is. What else? So I'm going to end this one, and this is chapter 12, part 1. Solutions and knowing what your responsibility is when it comes to a lot of this stuff. Yeah. Every so often, due to the fact and what I talk about this, that, someone tries to figure out, okay, so how much does she really know about spirit world? How much give and take does she have with spirits, this and that? How does that work? This, okay, we'll talk about that. But here's the thing, and then there's, why would I have so much to say? Why bother, right? Yeah, you know what? Honestly, you want to know the honest truth? I would also, okay, honest truth is, I enjoy what I'm doing here. Okay? I really do. Are you ready? Mainly because this is kind of like my work right now. And when I'm done with my work, then I feel relieved. I feel like I've done what I needed to do. I feel fulfilled as a human being. Relaxed and content. Until there's something to share again, right? Yes. Makes sense? Yeah, would I rather not have to do this and this and that, and then, one never knows, who's going to listen to this and then is going to have a bee's nest in their pants and this and that, and then needs to do something about me in the negative, per se, right? Yeah? There's a lot of people out there who do not like to hear the truth. So, yeah, bee's nest. The bees are dying out. Not here, they're not. Not here, they're not. I wonder why. We have so many bees here, all over the place. When it comes to spring and summer and fall, it's, interesting. All kinds of different bees, okay? Honeybees and all that. So, yeah, I'd love to find me a tree where, oh, why don't you? Being a beekeeper takes a lot of responsibility again, and I've already got enough to do. So if the time is ripe, I'll probably find that tree. In the meantime, I know some good beekeepers around here, so I'm okay for trade. For other things. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I do. That's why I do it. It's a job. It's a job given. I have a job in the physical. That's to take care as a keeper and a user, never an abuser, of my surroundings, my family, what I put in this world, this and that, what I took on responsibility for. That's in the physical. In the spiritual, I do the same thing. In a greater aspect. That doesn't just stay within myself as an individual or my family or even my community. Okay? It goes out into the nation and into the world. Right there, right? Why wouldn't I do that? If I don't do that, oh guys, I don't have good days. Oh, so no. It's because I know full well that then my relationship with God and spirit world is one of absolute happiness. Why would I give that up? Just because I don't feel like, or I don't want to do this anymore, because where is it going really? This, and all that. Oh, and I could, no. Again, this is one of those things where you have to ask yourself out there. If you feel like you are a Christian or someone in another religion where you have that give and take with God and spirit world, true give and take, as a human being, then what is there to be scared of in any way? in any way? Why is it so hard to say out there, I don't care who you are. If in a crossfire, a child gets killed and shot in the head that had nothing to do with your blood war, with your whatever war you got going on over whatever, then guess what? There is no excuse for that. There just isn't. There isn't. To view children in any cause, I don't know if it's greater or lesser, as collateral damage, whoa. That's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. I don't care who you are, where you come from. That's wrong. To abort a child out of your own selfish desires, because you didn't take care of that before or just abstained, that's wrong. Well, I have to stand here, or I have to listen to people come to me and say, well, you don't understand the feeling of this and that, and everybody should have. No. 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 You don't get to do that. You do it. Anyway, I get that. You know why you can do that? Because God is the only one, not heavenly parent. Good spirits, the only ones who are giving you absolute total freedom. And what are you doing with it? Basically, excuse my language, you are pissing on that freedom. You are accusing that freedom. Well, why doesn't God do something if he exists of this, that, and I don't know what? Because he gave us all 100% complete freedom to choose. To do either the right thing, always, or suddenly fall off the wagon and start doing the wrong thing. That's how confused people are out there. And that's a very, very sad thing. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And other people should too. That doesn't mean I'm going to go and shoot someone. Okay? Or start taking a club in my hand. I'm going to strive to keep teaching you. Because do you know what awaits you once you go to spirit world? If you haven't figured out how to choose when you have that kind of freedom to do so? Yes, I'll be going to spirit world when it's my time to pass, and I'll be one of those people, again, in spirit world, trying to pull you out of hell, whatever hell you are in. Because even then, I will still care. I will still be doing my job as I am doing right here, right now. Yes. No, it doesn't take a psychic. No, it doesn't take a medium. It doesn't take any of that mystic baloney out there. It takes a relationship that you build up with that absolute 100% freedom that you're being given by your heavenly parent, by the creator, by the one who's giving you everything here. Then you look at it, what you're doing with it. Number one. Number two, then what is your relationship with anything out there? The universe? Really? What are you going to do with a bunch of stars, the moon and the sun and all them planets out there? What kind of relationship is that? Oh, the energy. The energy of what? Is it really so difficult to understand that, I'm sorry, no. If you want to keep your heart to mind, your true heart to mind alive and working properly, you're going to have to look for that ultimate, omnipotent and omniscient energy that is a part of everything. And that is our heavenly parent. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. That is what it is. And when you have that relationship with that original, absolute pure form of goodness and love, okay, that, yes, makes up a spirit, believe it or not. And when you start to have that give and take with good spirit world as well, who's there? I don't know. Yes, okay. Not too many? Not sure. As I said, there are different levels of goodness and there's different levels of evil or destruction, okay? That people causing their own life. That's all being taken under consideration per se. Oh, by whom? By yourself. You go there and you suddenly realize, whoa, where is my spirit at? I fed my physical body. Did I feed my spiritual body? How did I feed it? Did I feed it? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I could say some more, and I will tomorrow. I gotta clean up here and finish this up. So there it is. Yeah. What you need to do, what I try to teach people out there, right? Number one is, well, if you have to choose a party, if that's what you need to do, you're wrong with the Democrats. I'm telling you that straight up. That ain't right. Huh? Oh, are the Republicans all kosher this snap? No, they're not either. But it's the better way to go. Because at least their Christianity, the love for God, person, and the belief that your loved ones are going someplace is there. It is there, 100%. When you look on who preserved, right there, that will be my last. Look at who preserves more human life. Preserves more human life. Advocates more human life. The Democrats or the Republicans? You will, if you do the numbers, you will find a marked, very marked difference. And the odd thing is, with the mandates out there, many good firefighters, policemen, EMTs, nurses, are being either fired or they're quitting their job because they are not going to be enslaved by the thoughts of a Democrat. And they're being kept from saving more lives. Now think what I just said. Think on what I just said. Okay? Think. Oh, but the only family member during the last couple of years that we lost was a sis-in-law who got vaccinated and then died shortly after. Most likely due to a blood clot that traveled to her heart or her already damaged heart from whatever, the snap. I don't know why the doctor wouldn't say you are not eligible for this, you shouldn't be taking that. But she was pushed into it as well. She died shortly after she got the vaccine. Was doing just fine before that. So, just saying. Okay? Yeah. That's a kind of a balanced thing where, okay, well, this is what happened in our family. Otherwise, everybody was doing just fine. Got it, got over it, didn't get it, hasn't gotten it yet. And yes, we got some that got vaccinated as well, and they're doing fine as well. It is a gamble. In a gamble, I get to choose if I want to gamble or not. It's kind of simple, isn't it? Okay. Well, that's all I wanted to say. But think of what I said before. Anywho, God's love and blessings always. And I will talk to y'all another time. Chapter 12, Part 1. Solutions to consequences. Solutions, proper solutions. And common sense and logic. I mean, as I said, dig a little deeper, going, you kind of start to have that give and take in spirit, and you're going, oh, interesting. Your thoughts, your heart to mind, your thinking, becomes more clear. You'll start to be less confused. And then you know which way you need to go. Stand up for. That's it. Not with violence, this snap. Just common sense, like I just said. Who's killing more people out there? Who has saved more? When it comes to the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. You tell me. Do the numbers. You'd be amazed. All right. God's love, blessings always. Now, we'll talk to y'all another time.